So welcome back to another video, guys. This is part 2 of the SCP Mobile Task Force. Sending out a lot of love to all you ladies and gents. Sorry, I was looking at the white rabbit symbol. I'll pull it up on the screen. But other than that, same thing applies. Drop recommendations down below. Subscribe if you want to. I upload every single day. Oh, my neck hurts. Dude, I was doing push-ups yesterday. Bro, I was training to be a part of the Mobile Task Force. I feel like I pulled something in my neck. Other than that, if I didn't say it already, send out a lot of love. Think of 5 things you're grateful for right now. Pause the video if you have to. And yeah, other than that, drink your water. Dude, that's becoming the thing now. Just drink water. Eat your salt and vinegar chips. Alright, and let's kick this off. Let's go.
MTF Lambda 12. Pest
For a minute, I didn't even think it was playing. Okay.
Control. MTF Lambda 12 specializes in tracking, containing, and exterminating anomalous vermin, often used as a first response team when tracking anomalous organisms. To this day, MTF Lambda 12 have never lost an agent on any of their missions.
They never lost anybody on their missions. Let's see. They specialize in tracking, containing, and exterminating anomalous vermin, often used as a first response team when tracking anomalous organisms. And they've never lost an agent? Is there a lot of them, or is there not a lot of them, I wonder? And also, does this mean that they're specialized, really specialized agents? Or just that the missions aren't that dangerous? I feel like there's multiple ways you could spin it. You can spin a web. Like, I just connected that. I literally just woke up a little bit ago. Almost maybe about 6 o'clock, but yeah, I wasn't too close. Okay, what am I even talking about? Let's go.
MTF Lambda 14, 1-star reviewers.
See, I was gonna say, are the anomalous things that they try to capture not that dangerous? But then, I thought it's an SCP, and I bet they come across a rat that can end the universe, something like that.
MTF Lambda 14 is a task force that specializes in dealing with retail-orientated locations and anomalies, be they singular restaurants or entire shopping districts displaying anomalies. Since their initial investigation of the Ambrose restaurant, MTF Lambda 14 has been assigned to work to combat this group.
Whoa, wait. I almost want to look. Okay. I'm going to have to either come back to this. Please, make a note in the brain. I'm going to have to keep a note of this, because wouldn't these... it really just seems like restaurants. But then it says, or entire shopping district displaying anomalies. So would they be technically involved with the whole infinite IKEA? Like, they'd be there for that one?
MTF MU3. Highest bidders. Mobile Task Force MU3 is dedicated to monitoring Group of Interest Marshall, Carter and Dark Limited. Through the combined efforts of undercover agents and covert ops specialists, their objective is identifying objects of interest in possession of Marshall, Carter and Dark, isolating opportunities to recover these objects, and ultimately achieving their containment. MTF MU4.
That one went over my head. Marshall, Carter, and Dark. What's Marshall, Carter, and Dark? Yeah.
Achieving their containment. MTF MU4. Debuggers. Mobile Task Force MU4 specializes in the identification, tracking, retrieval, and containment of electronic devices and transmissions, especially anomalous computers and network-related anomalies. This includes the investigation of internet sites suspected of anomalous capabilities or involved in anomalous events.
See, what I like to think are each of these squads are made up of some of the specialized members. So, in Overlord, I guess it wasn't the one I said. And what I just thought about is, in a way, you could think of the certain MTF task forces of having a squad put together of these different mobile task forces. I don't know why that like stumped me for a second to say it, but of these different groups with their special classifications, like in the SCP Dollhouse, it's like the guy who stayed on the computer at the end could have been the he could have been a part of the MTF MU4. You see what I'm saying? So yeah, that's pretty cool.
MTF MU13, Ghostbusters. Mobile Task Force MU13 specializes in the tracking, analysis, and containment of incorporeal or intangible manifestations and entities, particularly those believed to be sentient, sapient, or otherwise intelligent and adaptive. MTF NU7.
Oh my gosh, the Ghostbusters, bro. I was like, in my mind, I stopped for a second because I was like, oh, I would kind of want to be a part of this one. But then I was like, messing with intangible manifestations and entities, I don't know if I really want to do that.
And adaptive. MTF NU7.
Hammer down. Holy shit.
Mobile Task Force NU7 is a battalion-strength force consisting of 3 company-sized elements of Special Operations Infantry Forces, a light armoured vehicle company, tank platoon, helicopter squadron, chemical, biological, radiological, nuclear platoon, combat engineer platoon, nuclear weapons specialist squad, plus additional combat specialists and support personnel. Mobile Task Force NU7 is based primarily out of Armed Biocontainment Area 14 and is tasked with responding to incidents involving loss of communication with major Foundation facilities under circumstances wherein a site-wide breach, enemy compromise, or other similarly catastrophic event is suspected.
You know what? When I continue the Flesh That Hates, for some reason it feels like they're going to be in charge of the Flesh That Hates. Are they in charge of it now? I wonder what soldiers are. Well, I have to continue it anyway, so I guess we'll see, but that's huge.
MTF Omicron Rho, the Dream Team.
The Dream Team?
The Foundation has discovered the method of becoming honorary, and now with this power are more capable of containing them. For decades, they teach their agents the technique that allows one consciousness to join another's. The few mentally hardened individuals that succeed are organised into a task force. The first of these was Mobile Task Force Omicron Rho.
That's sick. The Dream Team, now I get it. Form their consciousness into one. Oh, that's freaking cool. Okay. I would be a part of this one. And what's cool, actually maybe, if they're strong enough in their consciousness to form one to another's, then they're definitely strong enough to put blocks up. So these are like some psychers. But what I will say is, which anomaly is this making me think of? Well, SCP. Ooh, bro, imagine. Oh my gosh, I just thought about the lake one. I can't remember the number of it, but you know, like you do not recognize the bodies in a lake. Because I was what this was making me think of was when I said the cognito hazard, like a cognito hazard type of team, or that would be strong. It's kind of like getting there. That's cool. And this was the first one of these Mobile Task Force Omicron Rho. That's cool. That's you know, I'm gonna look up the Flesh That Hates, because I want to Flesh. That's 610. Okay, I want to come back to that. Wow, you guys really did tell me that most of the SCPs I was checking out were Keter. That's crazy. Don't worry, we got some other ones coming, but I just realized that when I looked it up, it was like Keter. I was like, wow. Yeah, I really did cover a lot of Keter.
MTF Pi 1, City Slickers.
City Slickers.
Mobile Task Force Pi 1 specialises in the investigation, containment, and subsequent cleanup of anomalies in densely populated urban environments, particularly in the New York metropolitan area.
Particularly in the New York. They could have used them. You know, I don't want to spoil for what, but just go watch Overlords and you'll know the reference I'm making. They could have used them though.
MTF Row 1. The
Damn,
Professor.
hang on. They were assisting in a lot of containments. Wow.
Metropolitan area.
Okay.
MTF Row 1.
I suppose I could read
the
those out,
Professors.
because that's what I'm doing when I
Mobile
pause it.
Task Force Row 1 specialises in the acquisition, containment and transport of anomalies related to Group of Interest Alpha 388. With the reduction of the threat posed by the specific group of interest, the MTF has expanded its focus to any and all containment for anomalous academic endeavours.
Row 1.
MTF Row 9, Technical Support. Mobile Task Force Row 9 handles MTF Row 9 and all containment.
I keep forgetting I can read it.
For anomalous
The
academic
professors.
endeavors. MTF.
Now, okay, so now we're starting to get into the MTF, where if anybody doesn't want to be in the field trying to pick any of the entities up and put them in a box and bring them back to the foundation, you start picking your team now. MTF. I'm gonna just ask the same thing. What do you think? What do you think you'd be a part of? Okay, I'm gonna let him read this.
Technical support. Mobile Task Force Row 9 handles computer security for the Foundation. When memetic kill agents can lurk throughout the data structure, this is no simple task.
Oh, well, it's for the Foundation, so never mind. But it would be cool to be like, okay, we have an MTF Row 9 with us. Like, this is our job. And then he, hops on the computer, in Dollhouse. That'd be pretty cool.
MTF.
There has to be an MTF, right, of just the mixed groups that is, called MTF something.
Row 19. Cytherians. Mobile Task Force Row 19 has been sent to Venus in the hopes to establish a Foundation presence where there may be considerable anomalous activity. MTF Sigma 3.
What? Bugged.
Where there may be considerable
Row
anomalous
19.
activity. MTF Sigma 3. Bibliographers. Mobile Task Force Sigma 3 is charged with exploring, understanding, and eventually containing the vast otherworldly location of the Wanderer's Library.
Oh, so specific. Okay.
MTF Sigma 66. 16
Sigma 66
tons. Mobile Task Force Sigma 66 is formed of captured members from other groups of interest. Despite the lack of loyalty the Foundation expects from the assembled team, they find the members' expertise of value. MTF Tau 5. Samsara.
Oh, Samsara.
Immortal cyborg clones created from the flesh of a dead god. Tau 5 utilizes esoteric and experimental Foundation
esoteric, that's my word.
Weaponry to investigate and contain thaumaturgic, magical, and psionic threats.
Interesting.
MTF PSI 7.
Very interesting. From this icon alone, it looks like something to do with Cthulhu, and there's a horror game I played where Cthulhu well, it wasn't exactly Cthulhu, but it was some eldritch horror, and you're living in a simple house, and then the house just starts getting weirder and weirder as you're doing your chores. I forgot what the game was called.
Home Improvement.
Mobile
Task Force PSI 7 specializes in the undercover investigation, containment, and or demolition of anomalous buildings or buildings affected by anomalies, particularly residential homes in populated areas. This includes the acquisition or transfer of affected buildings to Foundation control, as well as initial observation and documentation of such buildings prior to transfer to local containment teams for long-term or ongoing containment.
See, what I was going to say for that is okay, see, they needed them for the IKEA store. They just go around destroying IKEAs.
MTF PSI 8, the Silencers. Mobile Task Force PSI 8 specializes in the investigation, tracking, containment, and or destruction of individuals suspected to be capable of or having been affected by reanimation anomalies, as well as investigating suspected cases of communication with deceased individuals. This includes the severing of devices intended to allow communications with individuals buried alive, such as bells, pipes, and phones, as well as detainment and interrogation of individuals claiming to have had contact with deceased individuals. MTF Omega Zero. The Saints of MTF Omega Zero are informational constructs with the memories of deceased Foundation personnel able to manifest through access of the Foundation's intranet terminals. Using identity warfare training, they protect their living comrades against informational threats and entities. The existence of MTF Omega Zero is unknown to most or all of the living members of the Foundation.
That, see, with a symbol like that, that seems cool as hell. Holy moly. What the heck? They're able to manifest through the access of the Foundation's intranet terminals using warfare training. What? I like that. Okay, Omega Zero. They have a dope ass name. Anyway, and did he say the AK their name? The hour or run? Did he say it? Wait, I want to see.
Contact with deceased TF Omega Zero are informational constructs.
No, he didn't. Damn. Okay.
Our task MTF Omega 7. Pandora's box.
Decommissioned. Whoa, look their symbol.
Mobile Task Force Omega 7 has been disbanded and decommissioned. This entry is to be deleted by order of the Records and Informational Security Administration. Previously, Mobile Task Force Omega 7 was an experimental task force specializing in the acquisition and containment of anomalies utilizing cooperative anomalous humanoid entities, particularly SCP-076 and SCP-105. MTF Omega 12, Achilles Heel.
Achilles Heel?
A task force composed of reality-bending SCP personnel from an alternate universe. Omega 12 is tasked with capturing SCP-3480-2 instances guarding the many entities imprisoned in Area 13 and hunting down powerful uncontained reality benders elsewhere.
Wait, so, okay, a task force composed of reality-bending Foundation personnel from an alternate universe. What? aka Achilles Heels. So like, I'm assuming that their symbol and the reference is like, but they are the other people, like the people that are hunting's Achilles heel. Omega 12, bro. I take it back. I want to be a part of this group. Hold on, that's crazy though. Reality bending Foundation personnel from an alternate universe, bro. I want to go see something they're in. So SCP-3480. Okay. 4455. Okay. Oh, their action reports on the slope of Olympus. Ha, funny enough, being called the Achilles Heels. But okay. Okay.
MTF Stigma 9.
Stigma
evolved from naturally occurring gears, levers, and pulleys.
He reads some of the AKAs.
Historically, the Church of the Broken God has always prided itself on its artificiality, that its faith is proven with tangible artifacts and physical devices of miracles. So when the time came to destabilize the Church, the Foundation put forth a team of forgers, and Stigma 9 was it.
Okay. I think I have... Wait, let me see on my list. Do I actually... I think I have that one that I have to watch. Or it's something else with the church. I can't find it now, but I think I have an SCP with the church. So let's see.
Additional MTFs.
These are additional. Oh, snap. Okay.
MTF Epsilon 7. Forget-me-nots.
Heard this one.
Undercover task force tasked with disrupting the research and development of amnestic drugs. MTF Eta 4. Begone forth. A unit of SCP-3095-1.
Begone Thoth. Aside from that seeming so close to the meme, Thoth is the Egyptian god of...
Consisting of pelicans and seagulls charged with protecting normalcy after the BE class migration end of consciousness scenario.
I see what they did here with the whole Begone Thoth and the pelicans and the seagulls, because let me show you. Aside from Thoth being a god of the moon, yeah, that's funny. End of consciousness scenario.
MTF Eta 5. Jaeger bombers.
Jaeger bombers.
Mobile Task Force Eta 5 is a rapid response unit specializing in the tracking, capturing, and containment of large-scale aggressors. Entities over 30 meters in height. Deploys from and detains large-scale aggressors within Dimensional Site 172.
I suppose you could use them for instances of needing to capture 682. Was this 682? I don't know if large old poster boy crocodile boyo is. Yeah, it is 682. I recalled something from my memory about the SCPs. I'm glad. Or you could use them again for Overlord. I just think about those. I don't want to spoil it for anyone that didn't watch it, but I just think about that lovely part at the end, close to the end, but worth the watch to get to it. Okay, Theta 5, or
the bigger boat.
Theta 5,
specialized in anomalies involving or threatening marine vehicles. Mobile Task Force.
That's very
Upsilon
interesting.
4, Sugar Pill. Originally formed in order to contain SCP-2559, Mobile Task Force Upsilon 4 is tasked with epidemiological containment, especially with the containment of memetic outbreaks. MTF PHI-2, Clever Girls. Task Force specialized in study, tracking, capture, and hunting of prehistoric anomalies, especially dinosaurs. And
I want to know about the naming behind the Clever Girls.
Concludes the MTF teams. I hope you've enjoyed it, and be sure to like and subscribe if you did. Next time will be the infamous SCP-2399, a malfunctioning destroyer. This one is going to take me a little while, but as you know by now, longer videos are worth the wait.
Yeah. Alright, well, shout out to SCP Illustrated, as always, my Brody. If you want me to take down my video, I do not mind. Again, thank all of you for just all the support on the videos. Sometimes I'll launch a video and I'm like, man, is this gonna be cringe? But you guys keep me from thinking that. I just keep being myself. Thank you guys, and gals. Much love and moonlight, and I will see you in the next one. Still a bit tired, but I'm getting there. All right, see y'all. Peace.